Hello everyone, I am Mila Khyentse and the initiator of the Dzogchen Today project. I am very pleased to present one of the major projects of Dzogchen Today, the Dzogchen Today Academy. The Dzogchen Today team has indeed launched this academy, which will allow you to learn, integrate and practice the great perfection at your own pace. We've tried to adapt the presentation of this tradition to today's way of thinking and needs, without distorting its profound meaning or the vital breath that animates it. First of all, perhaps the first question we should try to answer is: what is great perfection? Great perfection is the Tibetan term Dzogpa Chenpo, one of the great traditions of humanity. The best known form of this tradition has existed since the 1st century BC or AD. Another tradition is considered to be much older. Like all the great traditions of humanity, it deals with the true nature of the individual. His mind, his existence, his functioning, but also the moment of his death and beyond. It's also about the nature of reality and how I perceive, define and build it. Perhaps the most accurate expression to describe the great perfection would be spiritual path. Great perfection is not simply a philosophy, nor a way of being or living, nor is it a religion in the strict sense of the term, as it does not require belief in anything, being devoid of dogma or credo, and is not theistic. Nor is it a personal development technique, or a recipe for happiness, or a technique like mindfulness, or yoga techniques like Hatha Yoga. Nor is it coaching. It is not reserved for monks or nuns as well, anyone can practice it. Why follow a spiritual path like Dzogchen? There is certainly not a single answer to this question, and a spiritual path can be started for any number of reasons. It may be a direct encounter that resonates with us straight away, or we may wish to find answers about who we are, about reality, or we may wish to put an end to suffering for ourselves, often first, and for others, very often second, of course, or at least to answer the question of why we suffer. We may also be attracted by the unknown, the abstract, the infinite, or quite simply to learn to stay here and now. We may be interested in the common good, in finding answers to the personal and collective challenges of today and tomorrow. All these are good reasons to start on a path like the Great Perfection. On the other hand, to embark on a path like this, hoping to have more power, more influence, or wishing to be recognized or to be loved, adulated, etc., is not the right approach. In short, committing oneself for purely worldly reasons will be fundamentally disappointing, because all these reasons fall away as one's own mind is trained. Discovering what one's true nature is and helping all beings to discover it is perhaps the most fundamental reason for following a path like this. How to follow a spiritual path such as that of the Great Perfection? For as long as this tradition has existed, it has been passed down from teacher to pupil in an unbroken living lineage. The teacher teaches through his own experience of the practice he has received from his master, which he in turn passes on. So the learning link is indispensable in this tradition, even if we've updated it a little with the Dzogchen Today project. With this first principle, the lineage, there's the way to apply it, and it's summed up in 3 words: studying, reflecting, meditating. How long does the whole program last? All the areas covered take a total of 6 to 8 years to complete. However, these 6 to 8 years can be explored at your own pace. There's no limit to that. For whom is the Dzogchen Today Academy intended? Anyone can practice great perfection, provided they meet the above criteria. However, this program is reserved for adults and for the time being is only open to people who speak French and English. One could say that if curiosity, enthusiasm, compassion, and a desire for the common good, as well as the ability to reflect and stand back from things, are qualities that already drive you, then you really are made for the great perfection practice. This tradition is very well suited to today's living conditions. Talking about program, you will find the full program on the Dzogchen Today Academy on the Academy page of the dzogchentoday.org website, but we will take a quick look at it now. So we start as I am reading, like you can do on the website. We start by the basics of the Dzogchen. It's the historical and contextual introduction of Dzogchen, which are the fundamental bases to know, to have a really good start. Then we jump to the basics of knowledge. These courses focus on the textual foundations of Dzogchen. Then we switch to the basics of knowledge. These courses focus on the textual foundations of Dzogchen. Then there will be the basics of practice. So these courses will focus onto the theoretical introduction of the basics of the Dzogchen practices. Then we will talk about tradition and adaptation. So these courses cover all the media of transformation and practice in both traditional and modern days. In short, it's the way we can adapt the tradition to our own conditions nowadays. Then there will be the level 1 courses, and they are focusing onto the knowledge and in-depth practices of Dzogchen. So we will go a bit further down. Then we will go to the level 2 courses, and they focus on the fundamental knowledge and practices of Dzogchen, which are the introduction of the two main practices, Trekche and Tögal. Then we will jump to the level 3. These are special instructions connected to the subtle body, which are called Tsalung Tigle in Tibetan. These are the profound instructions about the channel, the vital winds, and the vital essences. And then we will finish by the last level, the level 4 courses, which are really dedicated to two things: the main practices of Dzogchen, Trekche and Tögal, and also about how to transmit, how to give to others the practice of Dzogchen. Of course, it will be at the end of all the courses. So it will be also a way to become instructors into the Dzogchen tradition. So I really hope to see you soon at the Academy for the second part of this introduction, and of course for the rest of the course with really great teachers. And I see you soon. Thank you.